Welcome one and all. We are back with the Spearhead Records podcast live. Been a bit crazy, sorry I'm a couple of minutes late starting today. Just trying to get everything set back up after I packed it all down because we had a bit of a move in the studio. And it's been a little bit manic. A couple of things still not working properly, so I'm going to try and fix them as we go along. But wicked to see a few people joining already. I've got loads and loads of new music today. I didn't update the titles today, so it probably says the wrong date, but we'll sort that out at the end. It does say the wrong date. Never mind. We'll sort that out in a minute. Like I say, it's been a mad day today. But never mind. This one is Caught Up by Lensman. It's Terror on the remix. This is available to pre-order for Mood Swings free. There is some pre-orders of that still available in the Spearhead shop, spearheadrecords.bandcamp.com. Check it out. I feel rusty after just 1 week. I just said that, didn't turn the mic on. Actually, it's been about 3 weeks, hasn't it? Well, it's good to have you back. Let's see who we got in the chat. Man, it really feels weird after just a couple of weeks off. So basically, the reason why I had a couple of weeks off, by the way, is I was getting fatigued of doing this, struggling to find new music, and just felt really unmotivated. Then coincidentally, the following day, my daughter had a 28-degree temperature. So then I had the following week stuck indoors waiting for the results of the COVID test. Don't know if any of you have had a COVID test yet. If you have, give me a shout. It's flipping lovely, isn't it? Thing at the back of your throat, thing up your nose. Took my daughter to a park and ride car park in Norwich, and we didn't have they dropped the COVID test through the window. You don't open anything. It's the weirdest thing. They just hold up signs in the car park. You don't communicate with anybody, and
everybody else's.
Then it's like a game of operation, because you have to, if you've got an under 11 or under, you have to do the test yourself. So you have to get this swab right to the back of the throat, but it mustn't touch the tongue, otherwise it's invalid. So it's like playing flipping operation. And it's the first time I've been pleased that my girls have left loads and loads of rubbish in the car. My daughter wasn't pleased, but managed to find an old lollipop stick, dip that in hand sanitizer, hold the tongue down, going for the kill. But I'm pleased to say none of us did have COVID, so all good. We're back out again. We ate everything in the house in just a few days, including an 8-year out-of-date pot noodle. That's moved house with us 3 times. Don't ask me why we still had that. Anyway, we've had a good clear out now. So that's what's been going on with me. Totally flipping stuck indoors. Give some shouts out. Oh, I haven't got the chat thing open. Right, I'll open the chat thing. Like I said, I've got really flipping rusty in just a couple of weeks. Have a listen to this. This track's called Culver House. This is by War Down. You may not have heard that yet, but War Down is Pete from Technimatic, and this is his solo project that is coming out on Blue Marten's label. A real soundscape of stuff, really inspired by his upbringing in Luton. You can pre-order vinyls from bluemarten.com, and this is lovely. Whilst this one plays, I'm just going to sort some technical stuff out here, and I'll give you some shouts. So that one then is by War Down, which is one half of Technimatic. The whole album is insanely good. And it's coming out on Blue Martin Music. You can get the double pack vinyl if you pre-order it now from bluemartin.com. Right, I'm going to play you something brand new from the Vanguard Project. I think I played this already, but this is coming from Vanguard Project Volume 7, which is available to pre-order now, spearheadrecords.bandcamp.com. This track's called Launchers. I don't know the release date for the Technimatic thing, but if you go to bluemartin.com, I'm sure it'll be in there. Right, I've only just got the chat app open, so if you have given me a shout or a question or want to mention before the last couple of minutes, re-shout, because I'll have missed it, I'm afraid. This one's called Launchers. It's coming out January time by me and Drew, aka Vanguard Project. Yes, big shout to Ember joining us. Of course, we will be playing the new Ember and Tempter track in just a little while. If you haven't copped that one yet, you need to. I've got loads and loads of brand new music today. Loads of new stuff from the Footnotes label. Big up LSB for that. And there you go, Chris in Cambridge says War Down comes out 6th of November. So not too long to wait for that. Big up Brian James. I'll check out my DMs after this, mate, and give it a download. Let's see who we got on with us today then. Ryan D&B Vibes. Ryan, I hope you're good. It's an unusual surname. Andy Sear. Stugat. Chris from Cambridge. Big up. Nick House. Breaking Beats. Ember. Yes, Dan Bryan. Regular in the house. Phil Favour, yes, MC Favour. Hope you're doing well, Phil. Brian James, Arthur Randick. Sorry if I get some of these names wrong. Natalie Hooper, DPR, yes, Dan. Big up you too. Ian Franklin, Martin Hatt, Chris Dahl, Colette Warren in the place. Colette, got a new tune of yours to play today. Adam Gregory, Kelby RMK, and I think that is all I can see at the moment. Thank you very much for joining. So like I say, that one's Vanguard Project Volume 6. We haven't done a volume release for about 2 years. I know it's Vanguard Project Volume 7, not Volume 6. We thought we'd kick that back off again with a few tracks that we've written in lockdown. We haven't actually made that many tracks in lockdown, but I have certainly got the bug for it. So I think me and Drew will be back in the virtual studio because we're not going to be working together in the same room for a while. But we will be back in the studio working on volume 8 or whatever very, very soon. I've started some sketches. I know he's been busy too. So you can pre-order the vinyls for that from spearheadrecords.bandcamp.com. And speaking of vinyl, thank you so much to everybody who's shown your support on me and Charlotte's album, Life As We Know It. We pressed 500 of them. We had an allocation of 200 for the Spearhead shop. They all sold on pre-order. And I spoke to SRD, on which are our distributors, yesterday, and they had 6 copies left that had just been ordered to go out to a shop. So if you haven't got it yet and you want to grab one, go to Red Eye Records or Intense Records or Juno or another record shop and grab a copy while you can. This one's called Out of Time, features Zara Kershaw on the vocals, and it's by Monroe. It's out now on Shogun, and of course it'll be in the playlist. Yes, got to give that one a shout out. Shout out to Cobb Dobler's wife, Caddy. 12-year wedding anniversary tomorrow. Well done, mate. I've myself been married for 16 years. Not all to the same person, but I'll take the clock up. 11 in a row at the moment, though, so we're all good. I don't plan on doing it again.
My hands up, whoa, hold me on my one, what you made of. Now our time's up, oh, hold me on my one, what you made of.
This one is brand spanking new. It's by Terra. New signing to Spearhead this year. Ember, obviously, brand new signing, and Terra, brand new signing. Also, Serve. We haven't heard much from Serve yet, but trust me, it's on the way. This is brand new from Terra. It's called Shangri-La. It features Inmost, and it's coming very soon on. It's actually coming out in December on Terra's Rivers EP, available to pre-order spearheadrecords.bandcamp.com now. Right, something else brand new forthcoming on Spearhead. This one is from Sweet Pea. It's called Kirby's Dreamland. Sweet Pea has finished a full EP for Spearhead. It will be coming out early next year. By the way, I've got a guest in the studio today and I'm absolutely getting nagged by her right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Bidigan is in the house. Say hello. But not anything to say? Just a little lick. Okay, sit there then. Yeah, so Sweet Pea's got a full EP forthcoming on Spearhead. It's pretty freaking good, I have to tell you. First of many, I hope. As if it wasn't hard enough trying to mix already. With a laptop, video synth, this. We'll add a poodle to my lap. Happy days. Yes, Gabor, the title is wrong. I have already addressed that one. It was a little bit manic to get started today. I didn't update the titles and you can't do it halfway through the stream. I will update them at the end. So basically, some of you may have seen, some of you may not. At the moment, it's voting time. It comes around once a year for the Drum and Bass Awards. Now, people are always in two minds with these Drum and Bass Awards. Some people absolutely hate them. Some people think it's a waste of time. Other people love them. I think, do you know what? This has been such a guff year that we need something like that just to have a little bit of positivity and a little bit of fun. Don't take it too seriously. The guys put in a lot of work though. And I'm going to be flipping honest with you, I'd really like an award this year for our album. So if you haven't voted in the Drum and Bass Awards yet, go to awards.breakbeat.co.uk. There is a Best Podcast Award, that's all I'm saying. 24 of these bad boys now. There's Best Artwork, I'd love to get that too for my wife who drew Live As We Know It. Would be pretty flipping awesome. We definitely need Charlotte to be winning Best Vocalist. Definitely need Temps for Best MC. I mean, Spearhead Records is a good label, I'm not going to lie to you. So that's my pitch to you. If you haven't voted yet, do. awards.breakbeat.co.uk. Or don't moan when you don't get anything. But if I don't win any, I'm going to kill the dog. I can't believe I said that. I actually felt a cold shiver. I'm really sorry, Bidigan. Obviously, I'd never do that. I love you very much, my beautiful beast. But yeah, give us a vote. Ember Best Newcomer, 100%. Can't believe I forgot that. Yeah, in spite of lockdown, it's been a good year for the label. So thank you so much to everybody supported. But yeah, I'm not going to lie, it would be pretty cool to have a little award or 4 or 5 in the shot here instead of it being all hospital artists. This is brand new. It's another brand new artist. This is from Serve. This is called Hoverboard. Serve Adam from Dexel. I'm going to tell you this as well. There's never going to be any more Dexel tracks. Didn't ask Ember if I could tell you that, but I'm telling you that they are no more. Certainly not for a while. Let's not piss about. So support Serve, support Ember. That's it for now. Enjoy this one. It's called Hoverboard. Look at all these fantastic comments about Ember coming through. Well, you know what to do then. Awards.breakbeat.co.uk. Best Newcomer. 100%. Hey. There's also a Best Live Stream. Live As We Know It. You know what I'm saying? I'll leave it there. I'll probably mention it once again before the end, but... I'm just going to pause that because I want to show you something right now. Check that out. This, like I'm using in the background today, is a mixture of music videos that have been out on Spearhead. This was the video for Keep the Faith. And do you recognise that dog? I had her animated and put in the end of the video just as a little personal reference. And I think that that's pretty cool. So there you go. Look, Bidigan, yeah, she's here in my lap. I'll let you listen to the rest of the tune now. Pretty cool though, huh? She even actually does have that neckerchief. Didn't mean to do a full rewind on that. Do you know what? It's all gone out the window. I'm going to play you something else brand new. Right, this is another track taken from Terra's EP. This one's called Let Me In. It features Jim Lawton on vocals. It's a bit of a different one, this vibe. And you can get the Rivers EP. You can pre-order the Rivers EP right now. Spearheadrecords.bandcamp.com. Big things in store for this man.
all champagne. I just need you to decide. I bet that you think you're protecting me. You can't feel the cold you bring. Let me in or let me go. Let me win or end the show. This is purgatory. No, this is not the kind of story I want to be in. Let me in.
Terror, by the way, he's not made a big thing of this by any means, but Terror used to be part of half of a Mode Step, the dubstep act, with his brother, and he did, and up until about 2 years ago, he did all the production for Mode Step. So he might be new to drum and bass, but he's certainly no newcomer. Somebody said a second ago, Chris, what's on my hat? This is a hat I was given, actually. That is the legendary Marcus Intellects on there. A friend of mine made a mutual friend of mine and Marcus's made a few of these. Just representing the man, the absolute flipping legend, one of the godfathers of our scene, who, if you use drum bass, you may not know, sadly left us about 3 years ago now. But the legacy he left the drum and bass will be there for a long, long time. So if you see somebody in the chat asking for a track ID and I've said it, do us a favour and just give them a little shout for me. Oh, by the way, big up Dan Bryan. I've just seen you send me some stars. So this track, I'll tell you again because I want to sell them. It's by Terror. It's called Let Me In. It features Jim Lawton. And you can pre-order it as part of his Rivers EP right now. Spearheadrecords.bandcamp.com.
Yesterday was all champagne. I just need you to decide. I bet that you think you're protecting me. You can't feel the cold you bring. Let me in or let me go. Let me win or end the show. This is purgatory. No, this is not the kind of story I want to be in. Let me in.
On a Ryan's bell, in the middle of a meltdown, trying help, but I didn't wanna lie down. Light worker weaving sunbeams to your right now, flying stealth. Kamikaze, watch me crash your party, yeah, and bring a vibe like you never felt. Hey, you're searching for your own personal heaven, yeah, that's the main reason why you're only finding hell.
Well, I promised you some brand new goodness, and that's all we've got today. This is Faded. It's by LSB and DRS from their Blue Hour album. This is a remix. It's called Faded. The remix is by Workforce, forthcoming on Footnotes.
Hey. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. You'll never save me from myself while I'm struggling for the blame on someone else. Hey. Yeah.
Quite a year for both DRS and Workforce too. What a remix this is, eh?
Don't save me,
Don't save me,
forsake me,
forsake me.
'cause I'm faded. Don't save me,
Don't save me,
forsake me,
forsake me.
'cause I'm faded.
Hey.
This one then is brand new from Willem. It's called One Track Mind. It's actually called One Track Mind V10. It's not really called that, it's just his version. This is forthcoming on the One Track Mind EP from Willem. It'll be out on Spearhead early next year. Chris, just to answer you, I haven't got any of the Cybin EP loaded up. I've probably got it somewhere. Anyway, look out for this one, One Track Mind. Be up for pre-order once we've got the artwork and stuff sorted out. Just trying to find you. Was just trying to find you something on my laptop. I don't know if any of you saw these this week. I'm sure if you're like me and in the DJ trade, you will have noticed Rishi getting a little bit of stick, and rightly so, for the implication that all of our jobs are unviable. And if you don't follow D&B memes, let me just see if I can do this. I don't know if any of you saw these this week, but there was the ballerina picture went round that said you should retrain as something. Apparently it was an old picture from another campaign, but it came back up. Anyway, if you haven't seen these, check them out. Andy C's next job could be as a handyman. Handy C. I wanted someone to do me. Also, I haven't seen London Electricity working for the Electricity Board, but we should have done. I don't know how to get to the next one. Here we go. DLR's next job could be with the Docklands Light Railway. He just doesn't know it yet. Doc Scott's sort of does itself. Doc Scott's next job could be with the NHS. Lensman's next job could be an optician. I mean, look, whoever did that has got some serious Photoshop skills, I've got to say. I hadn't even seen this one. Dub Physics' next job could be in the classroom. Obviously, physics teacher. Spy's next job, counterintelligence. I've got a sneaky suspicion Spy might be starting his own label as well, but that's a different thing. I don't know. It's literally just a hunch. No evidence. DJ Hazard's next job, amazing, could be an operational health and safety consultant. I mean, so we're all fine, you know. I mean, these would be funnier if it wasn't actually a real possibility right now. Chimpo's next job could be a zookeeper. I like this one a lot. Need for Mirror's next job could be as an antiques dealer. Wednesday the 14th has gone, so we'll forget that. Right, let's go back to the music. This one's by Workforce. It's called Your Loss. Halogenics is on the remix. And my wife Andy is here to pick up the dog. So I'm just going to deliver her and let this roll out. Yes, Halogenics. What a remix. I don't know when this one's out. I don't think it's out yet. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. Something else brand new. This one's out in 2 or 3 weeks time. This is called You Keep Me High. It's NHS 400th release on Hospital, not including their sub labels. This is a collab, Logistics and Fred Varman, Fred V, You Keep Me High. I've decided if somebody sends me music, I'm playing it. I don't know if I'm meant to or not. It's just really confusing at the minute with streaming and stuff. So if you send it to me, it's getting played. If you don't want me to play it, don't bloody send it. You Keep Me High, Fred V Logistics. Yeah, we have got some Spearhead sweatshirts back in stock, but well, in stock, brand new. Flipping good quality, if I do say so myself. So you can grab them from spearheadrecords.co.uk. I was going to wear one, I might put one on in a minute, but we've got storage heaters in the studio. So you have to kind of have them fully on or fully off. And when I opened the door today, it was a bit like coming into a sauna, hence I'm not wearing one. I might give you a little look in a minute. I do grab one, they won't last long. I've also restocked a few of the t-shirts if you were looking for any of them. I've taken them all off Bandcamp because it was getting a bit confusing with the stock levels. So all the merch is at spearheadrecords.co.uk. Right, I'm going to play you something else absolutely brand spanking new. This was a little unplanned thing I did last week. So this is by Terror originally. We were going to release Loaded Gun as a single on its own, but then Terror made a really, really amazing acoustic version with Espa, the vocalist for this one, who's out of this world. Really want to do a track with her. And I had the stems. And I was stuck in with the COVID quarantine. You can, by the way, just answering a question here, spearheadrecords.co.uk. You can also buy music from Bandcamp's still a bit better for digital. We're trying to suss that out. Anyway, I was stuck in, and I thought, do you know what? I'm going to remix this. So here, this is now coming out on the Loaded Gun single as a kind of B-side along with an acoustic version. This is the first play of Terror Loaded Gun featuring Espa BCee remix. Hope you like it. I had a lot of fun making this one.
Out of sight, out of mind, when you hear
Yeah, I played that track a minute ago, Fred V Logistics from NHS 400. Trust me, it's coming out as a vinyl for a record store day. You want to get hold of that if you can, if you're a collector, 100%. All of the tracks are good on that one. Dan Bryan has been stealing Sally's clothes. That explains a lot. I did wonder what was going on. She doesn't wear underwear, Dan, so you probably got them too. Oh, and I can't believe I forgot to tell you all this. If you haven't watched this podcast regularly, you're going to think, what on earth am I talking about? Mobility Scooter Man. There's some news. So he's been spotted quite a lot lately around here. The other day, I'm in the studio. I rent the studio from another company that I'm attached to. They're mostly closed at the moment because they do rent catering equipment and who's doing events. So there's a knock on the door downstairs. I can hear a bit of commotion. I go downstairs and he says, it's Mobility Scooter Man. And he says he's run out of battery, but I'm upstairs. So we ended up recharging his mobility scooter by connecting 2 extension leads together and running them down out of my window. So there you go, he's alive and well. I've done my bit for him. I feel like it's okay now that I slagged off his bad painting. There you go. Anyway, as boring as that is, I thought you'd appreciate an update. Mobility Scooter Man is alive and well. I might get him in as a guest soon. Sally can interview him. I'm going to play you another remix from the DRS and LSB EP album. Forthcoming footnotes. I think Luke's putting these out as more than one release. I'll have to check in with him. Also on footnotes very soon is a Tokyo Pros EP. I have got it here. And I think that's his next release. This one is High As She, LSB DRS. If you're playing the LSB DRS Charlotte Hayne Intensive drinking game, you're screwed. I'll tell you who's remixed this in a minute. Let's have a little game. Who can guess who this remix is by? First person just wins some credibility.
Maybe enough is enough for us. And maybe her love. And maybe enough is enough for us. And maybe her love. And maybe enough is enough for us. And maybe her love. And maybe enough.
If you do appreciate my waffling on here, then do you know what? It would be really cool if you hit awards.breakbeat.co.uk and give the podcast a little vote. I would be well chuffed to get a nomination for that. Come on then, who remixed this? To say for the person that's remixed this is very chilled for them. Nobody's got it yet.
We won't make the disappointment written on your face. I can't take. Feel like I'm Samson while I'm holding back an earthquake. One-sided conversations, cravings that I can't control, or compliments are backhanded, held in a cold embrace. Almost surrounded cause I never knew who I should thank. Maybe love's just a finishing line with a lonely race. We know what's coming so we squint and brace. Don't know the flavor but we know the taste. Infinite time but ain't got none to waste. Should be equal but these hypocrites just tip the scales. Like a sports car with no brakes on snakes pass. While I'm climbing up these ladders let these snakes pass. Faded bull in a china shop I break glass. It's transparent I was absent at the fakes class.
given up with the guesses? Come on, somebody can get this. It's not Spy. It's not Dawn Wall. It's not Voltage. I have got some Voltage here. It's not Zero T. It's not Galaxy. Tell you what though, Luke LSB has done well on this remix album. They've got Calibre on it twice. They got Tokyo Pros in it. They got me on it. This isn't Calibre or Mutated Forms. They got Workforce on it. Played that one already. This one is by Break. I mean, it's ridiculous, right? I'm going to let you into a little secret as well, talking of remix albums. I have, you will have probably heard me play the Spy remix of Remind Me by me and Charlotte, and the Monroe remix of In the Moment. We are going to be releasing them early next year. We're also going to get a couple more remixes done. There's some in progress. And I'm not going to give you any more information about that for a while. But I'll tell you this, and she might be watching, I don't know. Charlotte has given me free reign to just do this project, and I think we're going to do a little live stream of telling Charlotte who's remixed the tracks and playing them to him for the first time, because I thought that would be good fun. So we'll do that once they're done. Need a bit of fun in this weird time. Also, I really appreciate you guys enjoying my stories. For the last, I haven't talked about this on here, but for the last 6 weeks, I have been spending a day a week at the London Comedy School, learning how to do stand-up properly. If you think it's as easy as just getting up and saying something funny, oh my gosh, it definitely isn't. It's basically been 6 weeks of trying to do some stand-up and then being roasted and ripped apart by a tutor who tells you how crap it is and what you did wrong. Big up Keith Palmer, absolute legend. Weirdly, also, my tutor's cousin is also called Keith Palmer, and he's in The Prodigy. He's Maxim from The Prodigy. How sick is that? But no, my tutor Keith, he also got an MBE last week, so not too bad. Anyway, this Sunday, Ember was going to come, Rhea was going to come, Villain was going to come. I was meant to be doing my first stand-up routine in London. It has been cancelled because of the tier change. It's been postponed because of the tier change. It will happen at some point. At the moment, I am due to do a 5-minute open mic spot in London, somewhere near Brixton, I've forgotten where, on October the 31st. If it happens, I won't be here that day. There's no way I'm going to do stand-up on the podcast because it absolutely relies on audience participation and having a conversation, and you kind of need to instantly hear. I will give you little drips on here. Anyway, if it's going to happen, I will let you know, and if anybody's about and wants to come along, you can. I might regret that. But, you know, we need different jobs, and that seems viable to try and do stand-up comedy in a time when all the comedy clubs are closing. Right, this one I was going to play it earlier. I'll let the rest of it play out. This is called Invisible. It's by Willem. It's forthcoming on Mercked, which is Willem's label. It's actually by Willem and Hadley. It features both Rhea and Colette on the vocals. I'll let the rest of this play out. If the thing goes ahead on the 31st, the little stand-up 5 minutes, it is actually streamed from the club. So I'll give you details about that if it's happening. This one's by Myth, M-Y-T-H. It's called Third Time Lucky, and it's either out or it's about to come out on Lensman's North Quarter label. The whole EP, heavy as funk. I say funk because there's a track called something One Note Funk that's also really, really good. Big up Matt Digital Pilgrims.
Massive.
Yes, Andy Sear getting his mates on the voting thing. So, awards. Do you know what? I'm going to type it in here. So, Drum and Bass Awards is awards.breakbeat.co.uk. Plenty of stuff you can vote for us in. I saw some people posting they'd voted me best DJ and best producer. I definitely don't feel worthy of them, not technically anyway. I mean, if you want to vote, great. But do you know what? I'd really love to get nominated for best podcast. I'd love to see Life As You Know It nominated for best album. I'd love to see In The Moment nominated for best track. I'd love to see Charlotte as best vocalist. I'd love to see Tempter as best MC, Spearhead as best label. And do you know what I'd really love to see? Artwork, Live As We Know It project, and live stream. Sod it, all of it. So get your votes in. Come on, peeps. How it works, if you haven't seen it before, is they do like a round 1 open to anybody. Round 2 is the top 10 of all the votes, and then you kind of choose out of them 10 and an 11th wild card. That's picked by the industry. So I had an email this week asking me who I thought some wild cards could be. And the idea of that is you pick people totally who might not get a vote at all. So I've picked a few other alternative ones that I like. Live As We Know It, I'd love to get best album, but do you know what? Sub Focus and Wilkinson have just had an album out, and they've got such a big fan base. I think that they'll get it. Or DRS and Dynamite. But I want it. So let's see how we get on. Right, this. I haven't even listened to this because Luke sent it to me late last night. This is brand new. It's coming out on Footnotes. It's by Tokyo Pros and it's called Lights Down Low. And I'm hearing it for the first time right now too. Pretty cool, huh? Let's roll it out. Oh, don't get me wrong, I don't need an award to know who I am. I'm quite happy with that. I need an award to take something around my mum and dad so they know I've got an actual job. I don't need one at all. I'm not that bothered. Just, you know, if we're going to do one, if it's up there, let's have a crack. Big up Gary Rogers. Good to see some new names still popping up after all these weeks of doing this. Lights Down Low, Tokyo Pros. Not too shabby. There's 4 slices like that. Right, I'm going to move on to something else brand new. Yeah, let's do it right now. Stuff it. This is called Love You So. It's by somebody I haven't heard of before. This is called Bass Brothers. It's on the Heads EP, or it will be on the Heads EP. This is forthcoming on Inner Ground, which, in case you don't know, is DJ Marky's label. This is my kind of pick of the EP. Yeah, clearly made a bass face like it was going to drop there. Didn't happen. Slow little builder. I'm trying to keep it fresh with this and not just play the same old stuff all the time. It does mean I don't know a lot of these tracks as well as I would if I was DJing in a club. Travis says it's the quote of the century I made a minute ago. Tell me, I don't even know what I said. I've got no filters. It just... can be funny, but it can also get me in a lot of shit. Sorry girls if you're watching, I just said a swear, I'll get in trouble for that. Yes, Travis. I mean, to be fair, and I've got to say this, in case they're watching, my mum and dad have never been like that about my job. They've always been the most supportive parents of me having random jobs and careers ever. They even watch this sometimes. My dad sometimes puts in requests. He likes a bit of Philippa Hanna on the vocals. But it would still be cool. My dad, he always he saw something. He's a bus driver. He's not driving at the moment because of COVID. He normally does one day a week because he's past retirement age. And he always, if he sees someone with anything drum and bass, just goes up to him. Oh, do you know my son? And he saw somebody in Kings Lynn bus station the other week with a Spearhead Records top on. They just went straight in with, did you know him? Why? Oh, do you know BCee? He's my son. He loves it. He's always repping. He's got an Urban Creative hat that he's been wearing all summer. So all good. Digital Pilgrim says, when's the voting deadline? You can vote up to 6 p.m. on Friday for the first round of the Drum and Bass Arena Awards. And then what they'll do probably on the Monday is relist who the other nominations are, the sort of top 10 list. I had a message I thought it was going to be from my dad or something, but it isn't. Yes, Chris in Cambridge says Kip Gresham did that to him the other day when he was wearing a Spread Love t-shirt. For those of you that don't know, Kip Gresham is the dad, Daddy Gresham, dad of New Tone, Logistics, Mr. Penfold, and what's Nick called? Other Echoes as well. Very talented family. So the track just playing was by Bass Brothers. It was called Love You So, out on Inner Ground. So this one now is called Porcelain. It features Roof Royal. It's out now. It's by Ruckspin. And it's part of the Soul Music 2020 compilation being put out by Solvent. This is already out. Yesterday, a new Vanguard project track came out as well, which is also part of that. And it's called Pumpkin, which has weirdly come out near Halloween, although I don't know why we called it Pumpkin. It was a working title that stuck. I'll play that for you next. But this one is Ruckspin, Porcelain, featuring Roof Royal on the vocals.
I ask myself again, why am I restless in my sleep? I'm still resistant, though I seem so weak. And as these fractures start to show, you line these broken parts with gold and wrap around me. These broken pieces on the floor, not so different from before. Just how you found me, just like porcelain. Just like porcelain.
I'm going to put this out there as well. For my visuals in the background, if anybody is like a video maker or has got some cool footage that you've made and it's clean, decent footage of raves or fields or whatever it is, I might put a compilation together of Duck Watch. That'd be cool. If you've got anything like that, like I can use and you'd like your visuals on in the background, as long as you own the copyright for it and stuff, drop me a DM and let's see if we can make that happen, because I don't want to bore you with the same old thing, but you know, it's got to be original content. This track, I've said it a couple of times, but it's by Ruckspin featuring Roof Royal. It's called Porcelain and it's out now. Of course, the link for the playlist is correct in the description, so if you link to the Spearhead Presents playlist, I will put this in it at the end of the show.
To let myself believe it's not unstable where I place my feet. I fall into your energy. I let the way I feel keep leading me. I know I've got so far to go, so many pieces left to find a home. I hear those fragile thoughts within, just like porcelain.
Matt Digital Pilgrims asking a restream question. Matt, I record with OBS, not restream, so I don't know the answer, I'm afraid. I didn't think restream recorded at all, but I could be wrong.
Just like porcelain.
So I'm going to tell you where the play stream's located, even though I'm pretty sure Andy's joking. Spotify, just search BCee, Spearhead Records, you'll find it, or the link is in the description of the page along with the incorrect date for today.
And as these fractures start to show, you line these broken parts with gold.
Somebody saying Hospital put Vanguard Project Burning Up on their YouTube today. No, I didn't see that, but that's pretty cool. Right, this one's called Pumpkin. It's on the same project as that last tune. This is out as a single. The full album, I think, is out next week. This is Vanguard Project and Pumpkin. Joss asking if me and Drew still meet in the studio or is it remote these days. Do you know what? Me and Drew haven't. Oh, we finished the track that we did for Rhea, the No Words track, in lockdown remotely. But actually, all of these other tracks, we'd started the whole of Volume 7 that's coming out. We'd actually started before lockdown, and he finished it off. We haven't written any brand new Vanguard Project music since March, and the last time I saw Drew was in Australia in March. However, we've both been, I've written loads of new BCee stuff, he's written loads of Willem stuff and been tutoring. We have spoken. We have got the bug back to do some more Vanguard Project stuff, so it is going to be happening very, very soon. Pop has been firing an idea back and forth with Ruth Royal this week for a vocal, so all good. Dan asking how well the No Words track is getting on donation wise. I don't know actually, Dan. Through Bandcamp, I think it was about 800 quid. But because we've released that No Words track normally and we're just giving 100% of the royalties to Calm, it actually takes at least, like, once a track comes out, you don't start getting figures for 2 to 3 months on streaming afterwards. You don't get money till 2 to 3 months after that. So it's quite a long process. So we've committed to give them all the money for a minimum of 2 years to make sure they get it all. But it's streaming well, it's doing all right. It'll definitely make 3 or 4 grand for them, I'm pretty sure about that. So keep streaming No Words, keep giving. Finn designed the artwork for free. Me, Fred, Laura, Drew all worked on it for free. Bandcamp aren't taking a fee. My distributors aren't taking a fee. So a good team game. The audio was going funny. Digital Pilgrims, you're right, because I was wondering why I couldn't mix the tracks and I was changing the speed on the wrong deck because I'm a bit rusty. Right, this one, I'm talking all over. It's called Impulse Control. It's forthcoming Secret Operations. It's by Seba and Loki.
Impulse Control, digitized souls. Make the right decision when you hit the crossroads.
Right, second track from the Tokyo Pros EP, forthcoming Footnotes. This one, it's called Jackknife. Again, I've only had a quick listen to this. So let's let it roll out and see what we think. I mean, it's got soul in it. This one's called Jackknife, then Tokyo Pros, forthcoming Footnotes. Check out the Footnotes Bandcamp page. It's either up there already or it's about to be up there. Matt Digital Pilgrim says, yes, music production is definitely a long game. BCee was in it many years before the money was rolling in. Matt, I'm still in it, mate, and the money's not rolling in yet. It ain't something to get into for the money, not in drum and bass, certainly. Yeah, you got to do it all. But I love it, so it's all good. This one's called No Promises. It's by Air K and Cephei. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's spelled Cephei, featuring Minos. It's back with another track called Sakura, and it's forthcoming Integral, AI's label. It's definitely got that kind of Integral, Dawn Wall-y vibe about it.
Any promises now? You can make me a dream. This ain't for the best. My reputation's never been worse, so it looks like you for me. I can't make any promises now. You can make me a dream. This ain't for the best.
Keep an eye out for these guys. I was speaking to them this week actually, and they are working on a little something for Future Retro, the Spearhead sister label. Time to get that sucker moving again. Dan Bryant asking if I run Future Retro as well. Yeah, 100%. I run Future Retro as a little kind of side project to Spearhead, really. The reason I rebooted Future Retro is because the catalogue hadn't been online for ages, so I wanted to put that back on. And I actually have a different distributor. So Spearhead's distributed by SRD. We're based in London. Future Retro is distributed by Triple Vision, based in the Netherlands. Just keeping them bubbling along, really. And the Spearhead kind of diary for releases is now full to the end of next year. But there's so much more good music about, so I've decided to kind of reboot Future Retro as a way to keep some new people involved, some up and comers involved. I will not be compromising the quality on it. But stuff like those guys, I mean, they deserve a release on a label that's going to show them some love, get them out there, and pay them at the end of the day, even if it's not very much. I do pride myself at Spearhead on we have an excellent accounting system. We track every single stream, and if you work with us, even if you don't make a lot of money, you'll know that you have been paid for everything you've done. It's a pretty easy business model, but you'd be surprised how many people don't follow it. Right, this one is by ALB, or ALB. It's called Breathing Space. It's actually forthcoming on RAM, believe it or not. When I say the diary's full to the end of next year, I haven't got all the tracks yet, but I have got a map of, like, I'll do a BCee EP, we'll hopefully do an Ember album, hopefully do another EP from Terra. So it's kind of lining up, and that's doing a release like every 2 weeks as well. So look out for some good stuff. and vote Spearhead Label of the Year. Played this track so much, I know, but I just wanted to put it in your mind for best track of the year. In the Moment, our lockdown anthem here on the Spearhead podcast. Just realised as well something which is pretty cool. I thought this was going to happen today. Just looked on my Spotify for Artists app. It's basically what you can grab if you've got music on Spotify to just check your streaming figures. And look at this. Live As We Know It album has hit just over 1 million streams. Wicked! That is the combination of all the tracks, not 1 million whole album plays. But I mean, it does make it feel like it was worth bothering to do. Because if you don't get paid and nobody listens to it, it is a bit, I'd still do it, but it's a bit depressing. That makes it feel good, you know. So thank you very much. Look at that artwork. Don't that deserve Best Artwork Drum and Bass Awards? Simple but sick. This track's called Just These Things. It features Elizabeth Troy on vocals. It's by Jaliffy. I don't know if it's out or not. I can't remember what label it's meant to be on, but if it is out, I will put it in the playlist in a moment. Jaliffy had an EP on Spearhead earlier this year. He's kind of an really up-and-coming unknown producer in a lot of ways. His production is next level. I believe he's the music director for Wilkinson Live, so he obviously knows his stuff technically. Elizabeth Troy, vocalist on this one, from MJ Cole's Crazy Love, if you're as old as me and remember that tune. Woo. Yeah, check out the Worldwide Drum Bass Show tonight. Fabio on it. Sick. I mean, that studio's next level. Got a big up Gav and Charlie. I will be down there soon. They asked me to come on and do another one. I did turn it down because I was so busy prepping for this stand-up thing and had a week stuck in for COVID. Couldn't have actually done it when they wanted anyway because we ended up stuck in. But I will be back there soon. And it's okay. Right, I'm going to try and squeeze 2 more tracks in. I'm just going to cut that dead because we've got to play this today. If you haven't downloaded this yet or added it to a playlist or had a listen, why the heck not? It's brand new-ish. It's out right now. It's Ember. It's on production. It's Tempsa singing, MCing, and busting out the violin. And it's called All Our Years.
I hold what you told me. years ago, it was so cold to see you fold and break. All our years ago.
You took a slow dose of poison for nearly 10 years. The bugs spread to your head, it manifested all your fears. In the cold light of day, I watched you fight away the tears. You wouldn't let me help, accuse me when I interfered. I tried to reassure. One too many times you wouldn't listen, so I had to close the door and leave you to the sword. And I'll admit it, now my EQ has matured. If I'd had the skills back then, I would have done more. But I wouldn't have you hold it against me, cause you were in deep and the stretch would be lengthy. Bad feeling up plenty, my resources were empty. Fighting to pay back the bad advice that you'd lent me. Felt the weight of the world on my shoulders, trying to stay balanced while I'm carrying boulders. That was how I lived, it made me cold-hearted and sober. I found connection with the Jacks and ended up as the Joker.
I hope what you told me all our years ago, it was so cold to see you fold and break.
Listen to them strings, that's Tempsa.
So it starts, a trip to the dark art, taking apart your past until for breath you can't gasp. Strangled by the pressure of wearing a mask, life will always take you down to the task. How can I say this any other way? The pain, it led me astray caused more pain. In the grips of addiction I became overtaken by the lust for gain. The irony stained my sensories maimed, you know it's real. I speak straight from the depths, this shit's about as personal as it gets. There's no time like the present, I guess. Here it is, this state of unrest, while I try and digress. And yeah, I've realised that these memories will never go away. They're part of who I am, a fabric fitted to my brain. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, truth in what they say. So it's comforting to know that I'm okay.
Right, just got a comment on this. Matt Digital's Pilgrims has said this. 1 mil streams, roughly 30k with Split. That's still blessed than Ace Steve. Matt, I don't know where you're getting your figures from, mate, but you can take a 0 for that. I'll be transparent about it, just because you've called it out on here. 1 million streams is about $3,000. It cost $4,000 just to press the vinyls, plus everything else. So I wish it was $30,000 for 1 million streams, but do a little digging online. It's about between 0.003p and 0.004p per stream. So I'm afraid it's only about $3,000. But, you know, all good. I'm more bothered. Like 1 million people listen to the track. I love that. So thank you very much. I'm only going to play one more. I will be back next week. I've got so much music that I was going to play today that we haven't had time for. I'm not going to stress about it. I'm just going to come back next week. We'll pick it up. I'll play you loads more stuff. I am going to update the playlist as soon as this finishes. I haven't played the Calm track today. We'll do that next week. I'm going to update the playlist, like I said, but I have played mainly new music today, so I'm not sure how many new ones will be in the playlist, but I did stick some more stuff in there yesterday, so go and check that out. Please do vote in the Drum Bass Arena Awards. I've joked about it being all for me. I mean, I want it to be, but do you know what? I'd rather you just go awards.breakbeat.co.uk, vote for who you really think deserves it, as much as I think it should be me. Don't be one of these people that thinks they're really cool by slagging it off and moaning about it and we're so cool we don't need it, because bollocks, mate. They work really hard to do that, and we should show some appreciation, whether you like it or not. Or shut the up. But don't slag them off. They work really flipping hard and they try and do it really well. So yeah, shut up or vote, but don't freaking moan. It ain't good. It ain't clever. I'm going to finish with this. This is going to be the next single, and it's actually out very, very soon. This is the next single from Ember. It's got some bloke on it with him called BCee. Also features Lita from Hold Me on the vocals. I've played it before. It's called Dreamers. You can actually pre-order it on spearheadrecords.bandcamp.com. Big up Natalie. I mean, use as many email addresses as you want, you know. My kids and me and my wife voted.
We'll take the dark and make it brighter. Turn all the gray to technicolor. 'Cause we see a future that is full of blood.
Probably told you this before, but I'll tell you again how this track came about. I recorded the vocals here with Lita at the same time as we made the track Hold Me, but I had a real liquid background for this, and then we made it as a real big liquid track, and then I lost the track. I still had the vocal, but I somehow just could not find the track anywhere. So I asked Dave if he would like to go in on it with me and just turn it into something totally different. Dave Ember turned up the jungle vibes on it. Lita was really, really happy with the result. I did find the track a bit later. I'd called it BCee and Fred V and saved it over the track of me and Fred's collab, but you know. Anyway, I will, all being well, be back next Saturday because I've got loads more music. Half of us are in complete flipping lockdown. I live in a village, so we're still okay at the moment. Who knows what the future holds, but like I said, loads more music for you. Yeah, we'll be back next week. I hope you've enjoyed it. Get your awards votes in. Get a Spearhead Records top. These are Earth Positive, really, really mega good quality. I'll be honest with you, if you order the medium size, they'd run out of Earth Positive. So I've got AS Colour ones for that, which are actually slightly more expensive base product. You won't be disappointed with the quality. Get them in whilst you can. Show some love. Spearheadrecords.co.uk. I will say this as well, my original album Beat the System is 10 years old next year. It's been repressed with all of the tracks on. I'm pressing 300. 150 of them have already pre-sold. So if you want that, spearheadrecords.co.uk or spearheadrecords.bandcamp.com, grab that too. That's it from me. I'm going to shut the heck up now. I'll let this one play out and then I am out of here. Peace out. See you next Saturday at 2. Love ya.